Alright, taking a time out of my busy schedule. Well, anyway, just ate. So, I usually nap after eating, so I'm doing this work instead. So anyway, I should just declare victory, okay? Because, you know, another Hythloday video. But there's just no point. Broken vocab. Whatever that means, right? But I mean, these arguments are just now gotten insipidly stupid. So he's gonna play his little gotcha thing here in the beginning. First, do the traditional thing of quote mine barely a sentence out of my video, and declare some sort of victory, as if I've acknowledged that a subject I've spent absolutely no time seriously thinking about is one I'm not prepared to provide evidence of, or proof, or theorize, and that is the creation of electrons and protons. So, I mean, I'd like to hear Einstein's theory, or Feynman's theory anyway, even. I don't think they had theories on the creation of the material universe. Beyond, I think it went boom. You know, leprechauns were making the electrons, and they got caught between two electrons and got squished. Yeah. So they were going to make the whole universe out of electrons. But they got squished before they could finish. Yeah, that's my theory. So anyway, I mean, this person, this gigantic cunt, obviously has a micropenis. That's the only thing that's been proven. Because he's just so preposterously petty. You just can't get this petty unless your penis is microscopic.
Mendham's reply to my criticising Mendham and general physics video. That's also a good point around the middle where I could get to grips with some issues.
The force is balancing the excess of algebra, so to speak. That's the wrong way to put it. Well, we just forget about that part.
Right, so he quote mines the video, right? So I was talking about something apparently. I mean, it's a little bit complicated, but it's really not, it really is understandable. And it explains all of thermodynamics. So I'm basically going to cut all of thermodynamics, combine it with electromagnetic force and gravity. And you know, because I didn't want to, in a video, an oral video, without diagrams, attempt to go into that subject, and said, no, let's just move on to the stuff that's important. He's playing his, I got you! I got you!
Yeah, let's just forget about that part.
Yeah, let's forget about doing something technical. Right. Okay, so this is a drawing I made about 3 weeks ago, I suppose. It's a little dirty for that reason. You know, but it's basically correct. And so what I'm going to do is redo it. And I think we'll use red just to make things a little more understandable. So I'll use red, green parts will go red. And then we'll have a little better idea what's going on. Between the proton and the electron. Okay. It just amazes me that people can be this big a douchebag.
So to speak.
So I want to get to this part. Alright, so look, that's it. The blue interaction is irrelevant to the electron. Let's just...
So, I think in Mendham, in his long live video, essentially acknowledges the fact that he can't explain why there should be electrons.
Yes, I don't explain the origin of electrons. That's correct. And I don't think anybody else does either. The fact that the material stuff is different than the loose stuff. Now, regular physics doesn't even understand that the matter is made of the loose stuff. The loose stuff is the same as the stuff inside the matter. The photons aren't being made by electrons. Electrons aren't hammering out little photons and shooting them out. They're just releasing something they've captured. That matter is captured energy. They don't even get that part right. And you're playing this petty game? Amazing. I mean, amazingly petty.
And conglomerates. So.
I mean, if somebody, okay, say somebody 300 years ago proposed a material push gravity, we could automatically discount it. We might as well just throw out Newton, because Newton didn't have a theory on the existence of electrons and how they were created. Well, that's right, he didn't even know electrons existed. What an asshole. Completely discounted. Let's just throw out all of Newton's theories, but they obviously can't mean anything. They can't have any relevance or meaning as truth, because he didn't explain where electrons are. Where were they invented? Where were they made? How were they created? I mean, God, like I said, I should just declare victory, right? If this is what I'm going to get attacked with, is that I didn't provide a blueprint of the, you know, the best path to the Empire State Building from, you know, Connecticut. Like, somehow that's not my physics theory. You know, I don't provide a map, the best, most efficient highway map to the Empire State Building from Connecticut. Therefore, throw it all in the garbage. What a cunt.
Quanta. Fine, as long as we state it and it's clear.
Yeah, so I'll state it is clear. I have spent absolutely just milliseconds of time contemplating the creation of a material universe. Yes, I haven't spent any time at all doing that. I'm spending all my time understanding the stuff that does exist and how it functions, because that's basically physics. That's the subject, physics.
That's fine. Every theorist starts somewhere and says, this is what I'm going to deal with, and yeah.
Okay, and so yeah, go ahead. Let's all in. So I'm just saying, just do this. Go up to Piro. Go to Piro's room and play this game about Feynman. Say Feynman was a trash talking shit for brain loser because he didn't have a creation of proton theory. And like I said, I could make one up if you want. I mean, obviously neutrons are pretty much just protons and electrons. So yeah, the original universe was a bunch of protons, and the protons slipped on a banana peel. You know, the leprechauns left behind, and they all broke their jaws and broke into a bunch of monopoles.
Work with it on its terms.
Cunt, yeah, on your terms. Your terms are all have, you know, whatever you can write on a micropenis. You fucking little weasel of a cunt of a douchebag.
Now the red is what gets interesting. What I'm saying is when red goes in, it's essentially it's converting a blue. So what's happening is if red goes in, it leaves perpendicularly. That's the EMF.
Now, why is it the EMF?
Maxwell. I mean, I've said it 4,000 times. I mean, I could even say Feynman diagrams. This is really pretty rock solid stuff. So if you want to say that this doesn't happen, I'm going to say I can show you magnets functioning. Okay, I can show you electricity and conductors producing magnetism, and I'll show you Maxwell's equations that'll explain to you that the force is coming out radially perpendicular to the velocity of the current. All right, so the direction of the current dictates, perpendicular to that is the emanation of an EMF force. What do you want, you little bastard? Jesus. It's raining, and it's not going to stop raining. See? Rain. Oh, he's going out in it. Okay. He's braver than I thought. It really sucks out there. The weird thing is, somebody sent me a bunch of cat food, but the weirder thing is, 2 of my cats are gone. Well, they've gone missing before, but never at the same time. It's just really spooky. Not my cats, but, you know, feral cats. Cats I have to feed. Alright, so, I mean, I just don't know what to say. You're obviously not up to speed here if I have to explain to you one of the most famous phenomenon in electromagnetic function. I mean, it runs the motors, it runs our entire economy, as some of these people will say, and all that kind of crap, and you don't understand it. You know who Professor Lewin is? Well, Professor Lewin's he's horny for this electricity stuff. He's done a ton of lectures on it. So maybe you ought to look some of those up, and then you'll learn something about this force that emanates from electrons when they're accelerated in a conductor, or for that matter, anywhere else. And you might also learn that it's part of refraction and reflection on surfaces, that the electrons produce this perpendicular force when they're accelerated by the photons. And that's Einstein's electromagnetic effect. Retard. Cunt. Bastard.
Why is that EMF?
Because it comes out perpendicularly. See, because it's that whole X thing again. We've already done this, right? Alright, so here's different ways to explain it. Let's say I had two mirrors. And let's say they were perfect. So that meant any light between them just kept going back and forth, and it never deflected out. So you could sort of understand if I move the two mirrors together, the light's going to go back and forth a lot more often. It's going to hit the two surfaces of the mirrors a lot more often. And it's light, so it always hits with exactly the same force. And it's just going to keep reflecting. But you can sort of understand that there would be more and more pressure as you move the mirrors closer and closer together. Now, what if I create two kinds of colored light in between the two mirrors? One color, the blue, let's say, bounces off both surfaces. The other color goes through the surface and exits the side of the mirror. So it's like a relief valve. So if I put a blue thing that reflects blue, and I put a red thing that reflects red, you can sort of understand that all the blue stuff going this way will reflect off the blue, bounce into the red, and be deflected out the sides of the red mirror. And the blue mirror, the same thing will happen to the red energy. It's like a relief valve. And so all of a sudden when I'm pushing the two together, there's nothing there. Nothing. No pressure. Because the other trick is none of the red from the outside world can get through the red mirror because it all reflects. And none of the blue from this side can get through because it all reflects off the blue. So there's nothing in between. Get it? Where if there's two blue mirrors, all the blue gets trapped in between them. See, if there was red there, all the red gets out. But you're stuck with all the blue and you can't get rid of it. And the same with two red things. Two red things can't get rid of the red. You get it? So as you get closer, more pressure. Because there's no relief valve. Two things of the same color, no relief valve for the red pressure or the blue pressure, depending on which one. But if they're opposite color, relief valve for both colors. Now, can you understand that? Can your little micro penis hear me?
How is it the EMF? That's probably for another video.
Nobody understands what EMF is. There aren't famous Maxwell equations that are completely devoted to the subject. If I put in EMF into the YouTube search, there won't be like a million videos. Yeah, there will.
For you to explain how the title of the video, explanation, perpendicular leaving arrow.
I've been talking about the perpendicular syndrome for the entire process of these videos, okay? I'll just draw it one more dumbass time for you, you fucking dumb cunt. But I mean, I've been over it and over it and said how this is the most important aspect of the entire fucking universe, right the fuck here. That this is the thing that makes it all happen. Nothing happens if it wasn't for this fact. This is it. This is the entire thing right here. Simple, so dirt simple. Unifies everything. Right there. Okay. See? Red goes in, red goes in, red goes out, red goes out. Can't tell whether it went right through. Can't tell if it reflected. Doesn't matter. It's all the same. Blue, red, it is reflecting. They're bouncing off. The universe changes. The blue thing doesn't go blue anymore. It doesn't go straight. It goes perpendicular. And now you create the box. And now game on. I've done this over and over and over again. And I tried to explain to you. Well, he's going to say it here, so I might as well just play it, right? I know he's going to say it. I can't watch this video and then... I just can't. I can't watch his videos. I mean, I should watch it and then do this video, but I just couldn't watch it because it's just so obnoxious. He's such a cunt liar.
Gives EMF. There's no such video, but...
Yeah, whatever that means. I've only been talking about for 2 years. The stuff written on the website is all about the perpendicular release of the energy. When I explained it with the whole conductor thing, I did response videos to you, idiot, explaining how when the EMF from the magnet goes into the conductor, how it evacuates the electrons and they create the response magnetism, the eddy current.
That's not too hard a criticism, that's just a suggestion.
Yeah, fuck.
Right there.
Fuck.
That's your
Fuck
electromagnetism
you.
being created. And we have acceleration in the sense that this is going to now, a blue is going to be converted from going this way to going this way.
Right, so there's no acceleration. There's no change in velocity. That electron has a boundary as you've drawn it, and a red went in, a blue comes out.
No. So, there. So, I mean, it's not that complicated, and like I said, I've been over it so many times. It doesn't go out. I just said how it's converted. So again, let's understand the basic concept here is that there's stuff going in all 3 dimensions. So the point is the electron is sitting here. Okay, I'll try to draw it. And the red comes into the electron. And what it's basically going to do, it's going to shave something off going off this way. So it's going to come in, the red. It's going to hit a blue going this way, because those are the only ones it can hit, the ones moving perpendicular to the force. And it's basically going to say, I'm switching with you. So now we have the switch, which means the red going in is now going to be a red going out. So that's the only in-out, is the red. The red's the only thing that goes into the electron, and a red comes out. That's it. The other part of the equation is a blue inside of the electron, one that's inside the electron, going that way, is now going this way. So the electron has a change in its momentum. It now has an extra arrow going this way, and minus an arrow going that way. It's minus this arrow. Minus. This converted into this. That's called acceleration. News flash. When you stop going this way and you go that way, that's acceleration. Dumb fuck. Rude fuck.
As far as the electron's concerned, there's no change in velocity. There's no acceleration. That's a big problem.
Yeah, no, it's no problem at all. It's not in any of my drawings. Again, you can sit there and say, even in the drawing you're showing, the arrows are inside the electron. The blue arrows are not outside the electron. They're inside the electron.
and part of this criticism trying to get across that there's no change and there's no notion of...
Okay, let's just do it again for the sake of understanding here. Pressure that was going this way is now going this way. Pressure from inside the electron that was going this way is now going that way. That's one hell of a fucking change. If you were one of those arrows, you would know life has changed.
Of bodies being able to experience forces and being able to change their velocities.
This isn't about velocity. So again, the last 3 weeks, I've basically conceded that these bodies can't have velocity. Electrons will never maintain velocity. They can be accelerated and deaccelerated, but that's it. That's all they can do. When they accelerate, they release force perpendicularly. When they decelerate, they release force forward. Red force out perpendicularly, blue force out forward. That's it. Confident on this one.
Accelerate.
So we actually lose a blue going this way, because that blue is now converted to one going this way. So
okay, so just notice they're inside the electron. Inside. Not outside, inside.
Yeah, and remember he said, in a sense, let's drop this in a sense talk about accelerations and stuff. Just say what happens.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's really a little more... You know, if you don't generalize, there's no point. You have to generalize about some of this stuff. So another just proof. You not only have a micropenis, you have fucking goddamn quanta nuts.
I'm happy that it's clear.
And they only exist in theory.
Say, a red goes in, a blue comes out.
It doesn't come out. That's the whole fucking... Look at the picture, shithead.
now we're plus a blue forward, and we're also have an imbalance of plus here, even though...
So, see, the arrows are inside the electron. So the point is something that was going this way moved this way. That's the arrow I drew of a crooked line. It goes from this to this. But the trick is once it does that, what happens to the balance going this way? Well, now, obviously, there's an imbalance here because there's going to be more stuff going this way than this way because it just lost one going this way. So this is where probability comes into it, right? So if I have, if I have this pen, balanced on my nose, and I have it more over here, and then I tell you to throw marbles at my nose, what side are you likely to hit with the marbles? Well, marbles at my face, generally. What side's more likely to get hit? Oh yeah, the side over here where more sticking out, right? See, when you don't have a micropenis, you understand this sticking out stuff. You understand when something's protruding, it's more likely to get hit. So yeah, the protruding side is more likely to be hit. So that's why electrons can never maintain velocity, is because any imbalance that gets created in them is always going to get knocked off probabilistically, because it's always going to be easier to hit the side with more. Jackass.
No, it's not clear there's an imbalance to the left though.
Extra.
Okay, I just converted the thing going to the right, right? I just let the thing go. It just went that way, and I moved it going up. So I had a red bounced off of it. The red went out this way, and it moved the blue arrow up. And it's not clear to him that now we're missing a blue going this way. Yeah, well, that's what we are. We're missing a blue going this way, which means we have an imbalance going in this direction, which means the electron's going to move in that direction. It gained an arrow going this way, and technically it gained an arrow going this way in the sense that it gained an imbalance in that direction. So now its velocity or its acceleration is in those two vectors, and so the electron moves that way. Shit for fucking brain. Oh, it goes this way and that way.
blue, it's more blue that's going than it's going right. So in a sense, the vector of the electron.
No. The electron does not move. The boundary of the electron doesn't move.
See, these are just declarations by him. The boundary of the electron doesn't move. Unless God says so. Or Pierrot's wave pushes it. I can't possibly have a theory. Fuck you.
One red's in, one blue's out.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Again, the picture doesn't show that. One blue moved this way inside the blue circle, you cunt. Where's the blue out? Where is it? Frozen. I wonder if it's the mouse or the computer.
According to
There it
this
is.
theory, simples. No, if you like.
Okay, let me just, I have to go get the cat too. It's complicated. Complicated making videos. Very complicated. Anyway. Boy, it's really nasty out. Yeah, I know. It sucks out there. Holy shit, yeah. Well, I know. Oh, dear, you're all wet. Yeah, I know. Whose fault is that? Did I tell you to go out? No. I said stay in. I said stay on your damn chair and enjoy a nice evening of listening to me yell. But he's deaf, so he doesn't have to listen, actually. Sorry, I have to towel the cat. Because he likes it. Yes. Oh, you're going to be so fluffy later. Oh, it's going to be insufferable. It's going to be so fluffy. He'll just be walking around saying, I have a bigger penis than Hythloday. I have a bigger penis than Hythloday. Ha 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 ha. And I have fluffier hair than him too. Yeah, he's going to be singing that song. Yes, you are. That's right, because you hate that motherfucker too. And you hate his stupid, ugly fucking dog. Yeah. Hopes he falls on a banana peel. Breaks his fucking dumbass, moronic, stupid fucking hard head. Alright, back to work.
Oh, whatever you said. The vector is whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's really that simple.
I mean, it's just so... You don't understand a vector of momentum, direction. I'm basically saying that over time... Okay, I mean, I think we both understand that the function of motion is kind of a dimensional thing. So you can have motion in 2 dimensions. And so, yeah, but the end result is, no matter how you release it, it will end up being the combination of this extra arrow plus this extra arrow now. And you'll end up going that way. You can't understand that, fuckhead?
It isn't accelerating.
Okay, just adding those 2 force vectors. We have an acceleration in the sense that this is going, that blue is now converted to one going this way. So now we're plus a blue forward, and we're also have an imbalance of plus here. Even though it's not an extra blue, it's more blue that's going than it's going right. So in a sense, the vector of the electron, okay, just adding those 2 force vectors, we have an imbalance in 2 directions.
See, you're adding 2 force vectors. Where's the 2 force vectors?
Okay, you just converted the right arm to going forward. Can you understand? If I hold my hand up like this, and that means which way am I weighted to go? Which way do I have an extra go in? So I had a go going this way. So now I'm taking my go that's going this way, and I'm moving my go this way. Now if I walk around with my arm like this, you will understand that that's my go direction, right? That I have a go direction there. And you could also understand that if I wanted to hold this camera, I would point out that my other arm, when it was over here, those 2 arms were balanced. But now that I move this arm up here, there's no arm over there. But there's still an arm going that way over there. So I have an imbalance in that direction too, you dumb fuck! And I've only been over this for fucking 3 fucking years, fuckhead!
the red is signifying one quanta of polarization, red. Now, where's your vector? Just
it left. It doesn't have anything to do with the electron. The electron has nothing to do with it. It left. It's gone.
Stick to one terminology.
It moved the blue one up. I mean, I've said this before. You either follow the polarization or you follow the arrows. But you have to do one or the other. And you're trying to do both again.
And then it remains simple. There is no force vector here. There's just simply a collision.
Force is in balance. I've been saying that from the very fucking beginning. How many fucking times have I said it? I've said, you know, people, I've said this over and over again, haven't I? Haven't I said that energy is only made visible when there's imbalance? Isn't there an imbalance when I move arm here and I put it up there? If I ripped my arm off and I stuck it on my fucking head, you would notice the imbalance, wouldn't you? That I had more arm on my head, and I had less arm on my arm.
And this is part of a problem that you use force, vector, quanta, particle, arrows, and there's another which will probably come out.
Oh, and you can't figure out those. You can't figure out that vector means a direction with an arrow. You can't figure that part out? That that's basically a way of describing a velocity in space? Fuck you, you can't.
All interchangeably, which means...
No, I don't use them all interchangeably. When I say quanta, I'm basically saying ton. I'm saying graviton, magneton, photon. Doesn't matter. Ton. You know that. You're just a liar. There's no way you don't understand that, or that you are in any way confusing vectors with tons. Fuck you are, liar.
Ostensibly, your explanations can't be followed, and essentially you can't follow your own explanations.
Oh, fuck you. We're done. I'm not even going to give you the dignity of talking on my video. You rude, obnoxious, fat, ugly, stupid, petty cunt. I mean, it's just disgraceful rhetoric coming out of you. I go to the fucking trouble to sit there and I spent all this work doing this crap, and you're just totally unreceptive. You don't want to fucking hear it. And it's that fucking simple. I've given you a simple explanation for goddamn magnetism. It's fucking polarization, you dumb fucking cunt. I've given you a fucking mechanism that explains why currents move in fucking goddamn conductors. I've explained why the earth moves into the fucking goddamn sun. And this is the bullshit you provide as a fucking counter-argument, you fucking religious kook? Fuck you until goddamn fucking dead, you fucking scumbag. And I'm saying that because this is just fucking unacceptable. After all these fucking goddamn years for you to pull this shit, you fucking cunt. You fucking petty little man. Petty. Fuck you and Piro. Both of you. Fuck you.